Ms. Desita Gray is the director of Sabri Education Services. She has been working for 20 years in early childhood development. She talked with us today to explain to parents what they need to do to prepare their young children for school. She focused first on books.
Okay, so maybe I should first tell you why I started.
Okay.
So I started Sabri Education Services because of the statistics that I've been reading. You know, the research shows that at 9 months, the average Black and Latino baby is already cognitively behind. And by 24 months, they're 3 times behind. So when they get to kindergarten, it makes them 20 months behind. And it's very difficult to catch up. So we started this service as a way of showing caregivers of infants and toddlers how to actually get them ready for learning. We're focusing on 0 to 3 years old because the research shows that when your baby is born, the brain is 25% developed. And by the time the baby is 3 years old, the brain is 85% the size of the adult brain. So most learning and socialization takes place between those years 0 to 3.
Books?
Yeah, these are books. And these are age-appropriate books because, you know, when you have a young baby, you should be reading to the baby. Even before the baby is born, you should be reading. But if you notice, this book makes sounds, right? The babies like the different sounds.
Yes.
This is a texture book also. You could feel, it's called sensory.
Okay.
So it's a texture book. And sensory means that you're using like all your senses because the baby's seeing it, touching it, feeling it.
Okay.
So that's why it's called sensory.
So it's colorful.
Right.
Why is it so soft?
Yeah, because this is for the young baby, you know, young 2 or 3 months. You could put it in their crib. They roll over, they hear the sound, and then you can also teach them the colors. You notice it's very colorful. And once you have the baby, this is a string to attach it to the stroller.
Okay.
Because if your baby is gonna love reading, books must be a part of their every being. And this book is also a sensory book, but when you have young children, books are used to build vocabulary.
Okay.
So, you know, you're talking about the font, the ducks.
What's that? Oh, it's soft.
Right,
Okay.
and then you could ask the baby, oh, is this soft or is it hard? Because you have to give a baby language, vocabulary. Because in order for you to speak in sentences, you need to have words.
Very good.
But you're born without words, so we have to, you know, give those words, right? And see this one also.
Okay.
So the baby's learning that this is a sheep, and and these books should be on the floor where the baby could actually reach them. So whenever they want to read, they could get their book because they're also learning how to make decisions because they're not speaking, but they'll know when they want to read, and they could go get the book. That's where decision making starts.
And what about this book right here?
And this
bigger book.
Yeah, this book is also, and these books are age appropriate because you notice they're thick. Babies can.
Why are they thick?
Because babies' hands are very small, and so the thicker the page, it's easier for the child to turn the book. And I don't know if you're aware, but just turning a book page is a skill. It's a fine motor skill.
Right.
For the fingers. And as you give a baby a book, first the baby usually start the book upside down. Okay. And by having experience, the baby will sooner or later realize, oh, you know, these things it has to be this way. Because a lot of times when we're in daycare centers and some children come in, they really don't know how to handle a book because they have not had the experience. So experience is really what builds the brain.